Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another StarCraft Remastered upload! Today we've got a game between Drona Zerg and Michael here on Fighting Spirit. In the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have the purple Zerg player. It is Drona Zerg. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it is the red Protoss player. His name is IG's Michael. Alright, so again, a replay picked up from bwreplays.com. Good resource for StarCraft Remastered stuff if you're interested. Again, still looking for someone who's interested in going through those and finding the very best ones for me to cast. I don't know, maybe the last couple haven't been as good as I would like them to be, but that's just a result of not really having a screener for them yet. Maybe I'll use one of my new screeners for that. That actually seems like a good idea. Anyway, check this out. Check this out. Blizzard updated the replay interface for Remastered. They're so nice. Look how nice they are. I've got this little APM counter with how many resources are in the bank for each player, plus how many units they have versus the supply. I've got a production tab. The only problem is I can't hide these observers. I've tried to figure it out. Couldn't do it. Apparently, Gromopass, Poker Life, and Hello World are all watching, and so they're taking up some real estate, but this shouldn't be a problem. They shouldn't make anything. As far as I know, it wasn't one of those things even where they had like command centers that they lifted off and hid. They're just not here, but they're in this list of players in the game, which is kind of annoying. That's okay. Anyway, it's a ZVP edition of StarCraft Remastered for you today. And it looks like, is that going to be a forge? Oh, right. I can't tell if it's a forge because I lost my unit panel. This is hard. This is hard for determining what's being built. But it takes up so much real estate, though. It's a forge. Let's roll with it. We're going to try to do this without. That's a spawning pool. Obviously, an extractor on the way here, too. Oh, blocking an attempt at expanding here by Drona Zerg is IG Michael. Like that very, very much indeed. And is he going to put a cannon here? That would be annoying, but I don't think so, because that spawning pool is fairly close to being complete. I'm not sure a cannon... Oh, he canceled the pylon and said, Drona Zerg, if you want to expand, go for it, man. And Drona Zerg says, okay, on it. And he does. Has to turn around in a circle before doing that, just like a dog. Dogs turn around in circles, sometimes 3 times, right? 3 times every time before they lie down to go to sleep. Apparently, that is a holdover from wolves, because in the wild, wolves need to basically lay down the vegetation. That's the word I'm looking for. Make it all smooth for them to sleep on. And even if there's not any vegetation around, dogs still do that. All right, I'm pretty sure these are going to be Zerglings coming out, and they are immediate 6 Zerglings. Dang, son. 6 Zerglings coming on out. This probe decides it is time to run. Time to move out. These guys are having a conversation. I wish I could mute them, but I can't. Actually, the probe jukes back on in, trying to buy some time for this wall, but I think it knows exactly what's going on here. Michael is not having a problem at all. Got a cannon coming up. Got another cannon coming up. And then one more thing is you have to block with 2 probes here. That seems difficult. But here comes the assault from Drona Zerg. Cannon does 2 shotlings, as you saw there, so that's a problem if you're a Zergling, but an excellent, excellent defense here from Michael. Taking a 3rd base in response to seeing this forge patch expand from Michael. Drona Zerg is doing this. The probe scouts that. This probe has been a killer scout for Michael today. He sees everything that's going on from the Zerg player. Is he working on speed? Doesn't look like it. He actually has pulled workers off gas here. Has he done anything with gas? He does have some gas. Oh, I guess I do have the production tab, don't I? Oh, he's upgrading to a lair. That's what his gas went to. Went for a lair, pulled him off the extractor, and that's what he's doing. So he's going to try to drone up to 3 bases with lair tech. Would not be shocked to see if they were mutalisks, but we have seen lurkers in the situation too. It looks like, okay, it looks like these guys are talking about the Las Vegas shooting. So this is probably a couple weeks old now, but still the current patch of StarCraft, because they haven't done a balance patch in years, as it turns out. Are you guys even watching the game? Come on. Come on, Gromopass. Watch the game. Be here with us. Yeah, these are early numbers, too. I'm pretty sure it wasn't 500 people got injured. I think it's lower than that. But anyway, a definite tragedy. Definite tragedy in Las Vegas. And it's kind of morbid to me, but it always makes me wonder why it doesn't happen more often, honestly, in the United States. Maybe, I don't know, are people better than I think they are? Possibly. But regardless, let's talk StarCraft. That's a macro hatch on the way here from a Drona Zerg at the front door of his natural base. I'm liking that very much, increasing his production. This probe is MVP, man. I cannot believe, I guess, well, I can believe it because there's no speed. It's on the way now. Metabolic boost on the way from Drona Zerg. This spawning pool does not move when it's researching something, which I probably should have known. And it is a Spire. Spire getting morphed inside this main base by the Zerg player. So it's going to be Mutas. Let's see if the response is going to be here on the Protoss side of things. He is making some stuff, getting air weapons, ground weapons, getting a Stargate here too, likely going to be Corsair, which I love to see. I like to see Corsair against Zerg. The Corsair DT strategy is an oldie but a goodie. It's a tried and true strat. The Corsairs are very good against air stuff. They take down the Overlords, which means no detection, which means Dark Templar are very, very good. Forces the Zerg player to pull all the Overlords back home and get up Spore Crawlers, which they don't like to do. They like to just detect with these Overlords, because every one of these Overlords is a detector, which is a massive advantage for Zerg. And what I'm surprised that still exists to this day, that Blizzard never took that out, is kind of interesting. Zealot trying to bait some Lings into these cannons. Did it. Definitely did it. And so far, no major aggression from either of these players. These Lings basically have map control. There's no way the Protoss player wants to move out with what he's got. Ah, that is Corsair production. With another Corsair coming in, that air weapons level 1 is going to be nice. Getting a Citadel of Adun, which is the tech path to get to Dark Templar. So Drona Zerg, he's going to see this first Corsair, and I think he's going to have a good idea as to what's going on. Can anything here shoot up is the problem. I don't think it can. Overlords, run! What's in production? Ah, Creep Colony. Creep Colony to upgrade to a Spore Colony, but not going to happen, man. It's not going to happen for quite a while. Can this Corsair get any Overlord kills? Yes. Gonna be able to get one. Gonna be able to get an Overlord kill. Oh, but some Scourge. Surprise sneak attack. Bam. 2 Scourge. Taking that Corsair right out of the sky. Did not see those coming at all. What a great choice there by Drona Zerg. Getting Hydralisks. Getting missile attacks. Increasing the range. Wait, no. Missile attack. Is he just... Shoot. I don't remember what the name... That is. That's gonna be range. Is that what it's called up here? What are those grooved spines? Does he have an evolution chamber I don't know about? He does have an evolution chamber. Okay, so he is getting missile attack upgrade. That's good. I was confused for a second, and that's muscular augments faster Hydralisk movement. Hydra is pretty good against the Corsairs. Can chase them down to some extent, at least protect the Overlords from them in a stationary type position here. It is 52 to 65 total supply. Drona Zerg is down to the Zerg player. To the Protoss player, rather. Continuing to make these Corsairs production tab helping. I wish this was a little bit bigger. Maybe if these 3 observers weren't here, it would be bigger, but it's not. Fairly sad. All right, Hydra's coming out for some kind of an attack. There are a lot of Zealots here, though. But the Zealots, I don't think they have speed. No, they do not. They do not yet. I'm not sure if that's even being planned. So with some good kiting, Drona Zerg should be able to handle this. Ling's coming in to provide a bit of a buffer. And the Zealots decide that is too much. That is too much for us. We're going to go ahead and head on back home. Zerg player very happy to sit on his 3 bases and do pretty much nothing else but get upgrades. Is that missile attacks level 2 possibly? I might need my unit panel thing here. No, it's 0-0. That is in fact 0-0. All right. Ah, wrong button. Wrong button again. There it is. Ah, buttons. Buttons are hard. Clicking is difficult. Is that Pneumatized Carapace? It is. It's speed for Overlords. I like that. I like that upgrade for sure. I cannot believe these guys are still talking. Stop talking. Stop talking over my replay. It's not that distracting for me, but I imagine it probably is super distracting to a lot of you. Robotics facility done here for the Protoss player. Is he doing anything with it? Nope. Getting an observatory. He wants an observer. I guess lurkers are a pretty big threat from the Zerg player, especially considering the fact that there are a lot of Hydras out. Once again, Corsairs trying to kill Overlords. Doing all right, actually. That attack upgrade helping them immensely in the situation, and none of them dying. Excellent job thus far from the Protoss player. More Hydras trying to get some shots off. Spore Crawler, too. Get out of there, Corsairs. Spore Crawlers are bad. They are hitting you super hard right now. Losing one of the Corsairs a little bit carelessly, but did get an Overlord. So that's good news. These Hydras could be pulled back to help defend, but no. And there is a Dark Templar here. Excellent. Dark Templar. And that was the other thing the Corsairs were checking for were Dark Templar. He's coming up to a base where there's definitely a Spore, and there's not actually one here at the Natural. So I'd honestly probably go there if I were this DT, but whatever. Here we go. One shot in them drones. Good drone pull by Drona Zerg, though. And maybe the drones are thinking about coming back here, but the Overlord's spotting. There are no Corsairs. This Dark Templar needs to get out. He's going to die. Too many Hydras. He's done. Kabloop. Corsairs in here hanging out inside the main base. You could actually attack you guys, and they kind of are. They sort of kind of are, but not. Not really, as it turns out. All right, so is there an observer in the sky? There is. Observer for detection in case we do get the lurkers there. Is that the upgrade we're seeing? Groove spines and missile attacks? No. Actually. All right, so Hydras versus Zealots. Pretty good. Ah, there are High Templar with Storm here now. Storm is your friend against Hydras in Remastered. Hydras are really good. They're much better than they are in StarCraft 2. And as usual, Storm is going to be a good answer against them. There's a lot of damage in a splash damage type situation. Not a ton of damage, obviously, but enough to take down a Hydralisk to a very low HP total. We do have a third base coming in from Michael. He's trying to defend it with these Zealots. Does he have enough? The Zealots don't feel like there are enough, which is unfortunate. Here we go. The Hydras are not being microed all that well. The Zealots are able to walk right up to them and hammer them in the face with those Psy Blades. And the Hydras don't like that even the teeniest or tiniest of bits. Attack from the left side, though. The Hydras are here. The Zealots were distracted, and they do force a cancel, I think, on that base. Hard to tell the difference a little bit. These reinforcing Hydras, there are many, many, many of them. Many of them. And this is looking real bad. Real bad for the Protoss player, Michael. All right, Michael, what's your answer going to be? He's got Storm. He's got cannons. He is unfortunately stuck on 2 bases, while his opponent is pretty comfortably on 3. Overlord's looking fast. They've got that speed upgrade, Queen's Nest, and there it is. Lurker Aspect being upgraded here at the Hydralisk Den. We're going to see Lurker Hydra, which is very difficult for the Protoss to handle. I'd like to see some Reavers, though, if at all possible. Some Reavers popping out, but would need a robotic support bay for that. Production tabs show us that's what he's getting. Nope. Not really. There is a shuttle, though. Shuttle running around, possibly trying to find somewhere to expand, but Scourge checking very traditional places where the Protoss player would want to expand and not finding anything there. So very, very pleased, actually, that he is where he is on the 3 bases versus the 2 for the Protoss. A Hive on the way here at the something mark. Can't tell, actually, how far we are into the game because I can't hide how much time is left and keep the elapsed time, if that makes any sense. Is there anything in this shuttle? Where are my units? Yes, actually. Oh, 2 High Templar. That's crazy stuff. And trying to storm these Overlords. Doing all right. Not exactly what he was looking for. He was trying to storm, I think, a bunch of drones. Couldn't quite pull it off. And the main base, this is actually super into this drone line. Oh, the storm drop! Bam! Big time hits. Does he have enough energy for another one of those? The answer is no. Does not. And the counterattack by Drona Zerg trying to move on in. Just brute force this thing, I think. Is he? Nope. There is Storm defending. There are Lings here that are dying immediately. He's not even actually making any lurkers at all. He's decided, oh, the Storms are so good from Michael, though. Suddenly it's 146 to 83 supply. Michael is up big time. Ladies and gentlemen, no mining going on at all here at the main base of Drona Zerg. The natural base is is also missing 100% of its drones. Come on, man. You could do it. There you go. Coming back here to mine. Main base. Oh, this High Templar does get caught. Oh, one more Storm is off and does kill a few units before getting murdered. Drona Zerg looks like he's going to try to go for a 4th base. He has a contingent of Hydras defending it. Trying to get some lurkers morphing into the front door here, but there are 3 observers here and so many Zealots. Is this a straight Zealot High Templar composition from Michael? I don't think I've ever seen this before. It does have some Archons, which, okay, that's very good. The lurkers trying... Burrow, lurkers, burrow! Oh, storming his own units a little bit. Ow. That hurt, but the lurkers died, and that's actually what matters here. 172 to 95 total supply. Michael just cruising across the map right now, looking extremely good. How are the upgrades on his dudes? He's got +2 attack on his Zealots, which seems pretty nice, and just A moving in before the lurkers can come in here. The lurkers are trying to morph on in. Not great. Oh, my goodness. A million lurkers trying to morph in. 10 of them at the same time here for Drona. This is going to be very interesting. Can the Zealots hang on here before all the lurkers get in here and burrow for the base defense of a lifetime? And the High Templar, a couple of them die. Storms on top of the Lurkers. Zealots fighting here too. Lings coming on in. Archon at the front doing terrible, terrible damage to those Lurkers. I think that's it. I think Michael might have this thing. This attack is massive right now. Trying to run her the drones, but that Archon has got to have so many kills. Only 4? That's crazy, dog. Anyway, 142 to 60 total supply. Michael, some Hydralisks do come in from the backside. They might be able to clean this thing up. Reinforcing Zealots trying to join the party a little bit late, though. Unfortunately, the natural base is gone. The Hydralisk Den under direct assault here as well. The Zealots are very, very fast. Zealots are still in the natural base here. This High Templar still hanging out, too. Currently has not enough energy for a storm. But is watching very nicely. Yeah, Michael is triple the supply of his Zerg opponent right now, but there are a lot of Lings in production, 6 Lings in production. Adrenal Glands on the way too, increasing the attack speed of the Zerglings that are on the way, but it's just too much. Drona Zerg does not have the income he wants. He's got 1 base mining, which is fine, I guess, but 2 bases for the Protoss. Still got him. Still got him, and this is it. This is, I think this is the wind down. More Storm attempts on these Overlords. Can't kill them with Storm. They have too many HP for that. Corsairs running around, killing those Overlords, and that's it. That's a good game. 16 minutes and 20 seconds. Michael wins that thing with a very interesting Zealot High Templar Archon composition with some Corsairs. They weren't really involved in that final battle at all, which I don't think they were entirely necessary, actually. That's pretty cool. The Psyblades up there hacking away. Hacking right away. And this is an Archon morphing? It looks like an Archon that's probably morphing. Can we tell? It is. He's summoning. Great. Wow. I thought for sure Michael was in a lot of trouble when he lost this 3rd base, but I forget. You can still mine off your 1st and 2nd bases for quite a while in the Brood War, in the StarCraft Remastered, so don't have to worry about that. Oh, I forgot. I can bring you to this screen with the music, right? Is it always Zerg at the end? I feel like it's always Zerg at the end. Anyway, as far as points go, which I never really understood, Michael totally won that thing. 94,000 to 69,000 points. Produced 159 and killed 203. That is efficiency. On the other hand, Drona Zerg created 265 and killed 61. Not that many. Not that many. So essentially less than half of Michael's units Drona managed to kill, and on the other hand, Michael managed to kill like 2/3. More than that of the units that Drona made. That would explain it. Structures killed 6-2. Resources, again, the income better for Michael, despite the fact that Drona was on 3 bases. Though those drops were big. That Templar drop was massive, and in the end, helped Michael get propelled to victory. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another StarCraft Remastered replay. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.